Every Land Rover owner has heard this one online. Cloudy headlights, vinegar. Muddy cladding, vinegar. Watermarked leather seats, vinegar. Somewhere right now, someone is spraying a diluted vinegar solution straight onto a matte finish Defender and wondering why the paint looks worse the next morning. Here is the truth. Vinegar genuinely helps with mineral deposits and specific cleaning jobs. It cannot repair a wading electronics fault, restore a scratched lens, or replace a proper interior detail, and used on the wrong surface, it can permanently damage exactly the premium materials your Land Rover is known for. 15 tricks that actually work counted down, plus exactly where this bottle should never go near your vehicle. Number 15. Clean your tools, not the vehicle itself. Vinegar is often more useful on your equipment than it ever is on your actual Land Rover. Wash mitts, microfiber towels, plastic detailing caddies and reusable spray bottles all pick up mineral film and grime over a season of regular use. A diluted vinegar solution removes that buildup once these items are safely away from the vehicle, followed by a thorough rinse and complete dry before they go back into service. This reinforces the entire theme of this video before you even reach Chapter 14. The safest place for an acidic cleaner is almost always a surface you can remove, inspect, and rinse completely away from anything that actually matters to your paint or interior. Never use vinegar on power tools, electrical connectors, or anything that will touch your wading kit's sealed components afterward, since even a small amount of residue left behind on a seal can cause problems considerably later on a completely unrelated trip. Get into the habit of treating this $2 bottle exactly like the narrow, specific tool it actually is, and every hack that follows will genuinely make more sense. Clogged jets ruin visibility faster than dirty glass. Number 14. Clear mineral buildup from washer jets. Hard water and mineral-rich puddle spray gradually clog windscreen washer nozzles, leaving you with a weak, uneven spray pattern, exactly when you need clear visibility, most on a muddy trail. A cotton bud lightly dampened with diluted vinegar, work gently around the nozzle opening, dissolves that mineral crust without forcing anything into the delicate jet mechanism itself. Never insert a pin or a needle to force the jet open, since that can distort the spray pattern permanently in a way that no amount of cleaning ever fixes afterward. This is a 5-minute job that most owners only ever discover they need in the exact moment. Visibility genuinely matters most. Halfway down a wet single-track lane with mud already caking across the glass and no clean water reserve left to spare on manual cleaning. Rinse the area with clean water once the deposit softens and test the spray pattern before you actually need it on the road, rather than discovering the problem mid-drive with a windscreen full of mud. Coffee rings and puddle rings look surprisingly similar. Number 13. Remove rings. From cup holders and trim coffee spills and mineral-rich puddle water dripping off wading boots, both leave behind hard, chalky rings inside cup holders and on hard plastic trim, and these respond genuinely well to a weak vinegar solution on a cloth. Wipe the ring gently, rinse with a separate damp cloth, and dry completely before anything sits back inside that cup holder again. This works specifically on hard, unfinished plastic trim pieces, never on leather, Alcantara, or any painted or soft touch surface nearby. Test an inconspicuous spot first if you are not completely certain what finish a specific trim piece actually has, because interior materials vary considerably even within the same model year and trim level. And a soft touch coating can look remarkably similar to hard plastic until you actually run your fingernail across it. This small habit alone catches a mistake before it happens, rather than after the discoloration has already set in. Musty smells rarely come from where you expect. Number 12. Deodorize an empty cabin filter. Housing. A musty smell from your vents often traces back to the cabin air filter housing rather than the filter itself, and a weak vinegar solution wiped through the empty housing during a filter change can genuinely help eliminate lingering odor at the source. Remove the old filter completely first. Wipe only the empty housing interior, never the filter material itself, then dry thoroughly before installing a fresh filter. Never spray vinegar directly into active vents while the system is running, and never treat this as a substitute for actually replacing a filter that is genuinely overdue. Persistent musty smells that return quickly after cleaning usually point toward a drainage or moisture problem elsewhere in the system, not a cleaning problem that this trick alone can solve, and continuing to mask the smell without addressing that root cause typically leads to a considerably more expensive repair later. Rubber seals deserve restraint, not enthusiasm. Number 11. Treat rubber door seals with real caution. A weak vinegar solution can lift light mineral residue from rubber door and boot seals after a muddy trip, but this is a trick that demands genuine restraint rather than enthusiasm. Wipe gently with a barely damp cloth, rinse immediately with clean water, and dry the seal completely afterward, never leaving vinegar sitting on rubber for any extended period. Repeated or prolonged acid exposure can dry out and crack rubber seals over time, which is precisely the wading and weather protection you actually depend on every single time you close a door in the rain. If a seal already looks dry, cracked or brittle, skip vinegar entirely and reach for a proper rubber conditioner instead, because at that point, cleaning is not what the seal genuinely needs. And continuing to clean a seal that is already failing only delays the inevitable replacement, while a leak quietly develops somewhere you will not notice until the interior carpet is already soaked. Headlight coatings are more fragile than expected. Let me say one thing and then I will not bring it up again. I have gathered these secrets and much more in a book over at LandRoverSecrets.com. If you want it, it is in the comments and on the right side of the screen. That is all. Let us go further with the video. Number 10. Test headlight lenses. Before you commit, modern headlight lenses often carry a factory coating designed specifically to resist yellowing and UV damage, and that coating can be stripped or dulled by vinegar in ways that are genuinely difficult to reverse afterward. If you do attempt this on an older, already hazy lens, test an inconspicuous corner first, use a heavily diluted solution, wipe briefly rather than letting it sit, and rinse immediately with clean water. A dedicated plastic lens restoration kit remains the safer choice for genuinely cloudy headlights because it is formulated specifically for that coating rather than borrowed from a kitchen cupboard, and it typically includes a fresh UV protective layer applied at the end of the process that plain vinegar never actually restores. Never use vinegar on a lens that still looks clear and factory fresh, since there is no mineral deposit there to actually remove in the first place, and you would simply be introducing risk for absolutely no genuine benefit. Wading gear needs a different level of care. Number 9. Clear deposits from wading. Plug threads. Wading plugs and their surrounding threads pick up mineral deposits from repeated water crossings, and a light application of diluted vinegar on a cloth, never sprayed directly into the mechanism itself, can help clear that buildup before it interferes with a proper seal. Always dry the area completely and confirm the plug seats and seals correctly afterward, because a wading plug that does not seal properly defeats the entire point of having one in the first place. Never use vinegar anywhere near electrical wading sensors or connectors, since these components need to stay completely dry and uncorroded, and any acidic residue left behind risks long-term corrosion exactly where you can least afford it, often in a location you will not actually inspect again until the next serious water crossing months later. A quick visual check after cleaning, confirming everything sits flush and dry, takes seconds but genuinely matters considerably more than the cleaning itself. Alloy wheels need a very specific approach. Number 8. Approach alloy wheels with real caution. Vinegar can help with light mineral deposits on bare, uncoated alloy wheels, but modern Land Rover wheels frequently carry a clear protective coating or a painted finish that a repeated acidic treatment can dull or damage permanently over time. If you choose to try this, use a heavily diluted solution, test a hidden section of one wheel first, rinse thoroughly and immediately afterward, and never let the solution sit for more than a minute or two at most. A dedicated pH-neutral wheel cleaner remains the genuinely safer default for regular use, specifically because it will not risk stripping a clear coat the way repeated vinegar treatments realistically can over a full season of washing, especially on wheels that already spend considerable time coated in brake dust and genuine trail grime between cleanings. Brake dust itself is mildly acidic already, which means a wheel finish under regular strain from that alone has considerably less tolerance left for an additional acidic cleaner layered directly on top of it. Chrome and stainless steel are not the same. Number 7. Clean exhaust tips. The careful way. Stainless steel exhaust tips develop mineral rings and light surface discoloration over time, and a diluted vinegar solution on a cloth, wiped and then immediately rinsed clean, can genuinely help remove that buildup without harsh abrasives. Always let the exhaust cool down completely before you touch it with anything, since a hot exhaust and any liquid cleaner together create a genuinely unnecessary risk you do not need to take. Never use this trick on chrome-plated trims specifically, since chrome plating can be etched or dulled by prolonged acid exposure in a way that plain stainless steel typically resists considerably better, and once chrome has been dulled by an acidic reaction, there is genuinely no simple polish that restores it back to its original mirror finish. Streaking blades hide a fixable mineral problem. Number 6. Refresh wiper blades. Properly, mineral deposits on wiper blade edges cause streaking and skipping across your windscreen, and wiping the rubber edge with a cloth dampened in diluted vinegar can genuinely help restore smoother contact with the glass. Never soak the blade or spray the solution directly onto the rubber, since prolonged acid exposure can dry out and crack wiper rubber considerably faster than normal wear ever would. Rinse thoroughly with clean water afterward and test the wipers before you actually need them in the rain, not during a downpour when a streaking blade becomes a genuine visibility hazard rather than a minor annoyance. A blade that has already turned hard and shiny along its edge is past the point this trick can genuinely help, and honest replacement is considerably cheaper than a scratched windscreen caused by dragging a worn-out blade across it repeatedly, especially given how expensive a full windscreen replacement genuinely is on a modern Land Rover, with sensors built directly into the glass itself. Repeat problems are trying to tell you something. Number 5. Use vinegar as a diagnostic signal. If diluted vinegar keeps quickly removing mineral buildup from your cup holders, your washer jets, and your wheels again and again on every single wash, that pattern is not really a vinegar problem. It is a hard water problem, and repeating the same trick every single month treats the symptom while completely ignoring the actual cause. Consider an inline water filter for your garden hose connection, or switch to distilled water specifically for interior detailing jobs where mineral spotting keeps returning no matter how carefully you clean. Reducing the minerals reaching your vehicle in the first place saves considerably more time over a full year than any single trick on this entire list, and it spares you from repeating the exact same cleaning task every single weekend without ever actually solving what is causing it. Owners who make this one switch consistently report needing vinegar for genuine mineral spots far less often within just a few months. One warning matters more than all the others. Number 4. Never let this near leather or Alcantara. This is the single most important warning on this entire list, and it deserves to stand completely on its own. Land Rover interiors are built around genuine leather and Alcantara surfaces extensively, and vinegar can dry out, discolor, or permanently damage both materials on contact. No dilution ratio makes this a safe experiment worth trying. Always use a dedicated leather cleaner and conditioner formulated specifically for automotive leather, and a proper Alcantara safe cleaner, or simply a soft brush with mild soap for that specific material. If you have already made this mistake and notice discoloration or stiffness developing, stop immediately, condition the affected area promptly, and consult a professional detailer before the damage genuinely sets in permanently. Replacement leather trim on a premium interior costs considerably more than any professional detail ever would, which makes this the one mistake on this entire list worth taking most seriously, and the single warning genuinely worth remembering even if you forget every other detail from this entire video. Matte finishes punish acidic cleaners severely. Number 3. Keep vinegar away from matte and satin paint. Certain Land Rover models offer matte or satin factory paint finishes, and these surfaces are considerably more vulnerable to chemical damage than standard gloss paint, since the textured finish itself can trap and react with acidic solutions in ways gloss paint typically does not. Vinegar can dull, streak, or permanently discolor a matte finish, and unlike gloss paint, a damaged matte panel frequently cannot be simply polished back to its original appearance afterward. If your Land Rover carries this finish, use only cleaning products specifically labelled as safe for matte or satin paint, and skip household acids entirely regardless of how minor the mineral spot actually looks. The repair cost for a genuinely ruined matte panel dwarfs anything this $2 bottle was ever going to save you in the first place, often running into thousands once a full panel respray becomes the only realistic way to fix visible acid damage. Owners who paid a genuine premium for this specific finish at the time of purchase have the most to lose from a single careless cleaning mistake. Cladding takes enough abuse on the trail already. Number 2. Respect the black cladding's protective coating. The black plastic cladding found on many Land Rover models, particularly around the wheel arches and lower doors, often carries a specific protective coating designed to resist fading and scratching from genuine off-road use. Repeated vinegar application can dull or strip that coating over time, leaving the cladding looking noticeably grayer and more weathered than a properly maintained panel ever should. Use a dedicated plastic trim restorer instead for regular care, and if you must remove a specific mineral deposit occasionally, keep any vinegar contact brief, heavily diluted, and immediately followed by a thorough rinse and dry. This cladding takes genuine abuse on the trail already, from branches, rocks, and repeated mud impacts that would genuinely damage ordinary painted panels. Do not let your own cleaning routine be what quietly wears it down at home, undoing months of otherwise careful trail driving with a single overzealous cleaning session. Everything on this list leads to one habit. Number 1. Clear hard water spots from exterior. Glass safely. This is the safest and most genuinely useful vinegar trick on this entire list, and it belongs at the very top for exactly that reason. Windscreens, windows, and mirrors collect stubborn mineral spotting from puddle splash, hard water washes, and sprinklers parked under, and ordinary glass cleaner often cannot fully shift it because the actual problem is mineral residue rather than simple dirt. Mix 1 part white vinegar with 1 part distilled water in a small spray bottle. Spray the solution onto a microfiber cloth, never directly onto the glass edges, rubber seals, or surrounding paintwork nearby. Wipe the affected glass gently, rinse with a separate cloth dampened in clean water, and finish with a completely dry glass towel for a streak-free result. This works particularly well after a genuinely muddy off-road trip, when mineral-rich splash has dried and baked onto the glass under sun exposure, leaving exactly the kind of stubborn spotting a normal glass cleaner alone struggles to fully remove. Keep this trick strictly to glass. Never let it drift onto cladding, chrome, matte paint, leather, or wading electronics, because a glass-safe trick was never automatically a whole vehicle-safe one, and the entire point of this list has been drawing that exact line clearly for every single surface on your Land Rover. Used exactly this precisely, this $2 bottle solves a genuinely stubborn problem without ever putting a single drop near the surfaces on this entire list that actually deserve every bit of caution you have just learned.